Okay, so I came on here fussing about body recomposition, but I didn't tell you how we approach body recomposition together. So this is part 2 of the video that I just shared with you, okay? Body recomposition. The way that we pursue body recomposition is like 2 or 3-fold, okay? One is we need to ensure that you're getting enough protein. So as we focus intently on your protein goals, we do so for a multitude of reasons, body recomposition being a really, really important one of those reasons. But we also focus on increasing the amount of protein that you consume because it increases your metabolism, which helps you burn fat faster, right? It makes you more expensive. This is because of something called the thermic effect of feeding. That is, when you eat specific types of food, certain types of food cost more calories to digest in your digestive system. Okay, so protein is the macronutrient that costs the most calories to digest. So we do something, we try to increase the amount of protein that you're consuming to increase your metabolism, to start something called muscle protein synthesis, right? And that is the process of building and retaining muscle mass that happens while we're pursuing body recomposition, okay? The next piece of body recomposition is your resistance training, and specifically your progressively overloaded resistance training, okay? That is, we want to make sure that every week when you go and do your training program for the next, 6 to 8 weeks, we need to ensure that every week when you go into your training program, you are adding more in terms of volume to your resistance training. So we measure volume in the form of reps, sets, and weight, okay? You can manipulate any one of those 3 categories in order to increase your volume. So say, for example, this week you did 3 sets of 10 at 30 pounds. Maybe next week, to increase your volume, you do 4 sets of 10 at 30 pounds, or 3 sets of 12 at 30 pounds, or 3 sets of 10 at 40 pounds, okay? Just gradually increasing your volume week to week to week is something called progressive overload, which, when paired with your resistance training, helps us build muscle, okay? 3, we enter into a moderate, right, a very mild calorie deficit, maybe even just like 200 calorie deficit, so that we can also give the body enough fuel to build and retain muscle mass. So we're not taking an aggressive calorie deficit to this. This is so that the body has enough fuel, enough resources to build itself, which is what muscle does, right? Muscle is the building aspect of what your body can do. Just breaking down fat or just burning body fat is simply just like cutting calories, but we want the body to do something. We want the body to produce something for us, and that function of building requires calories, okay? And then finally, we focus in on your sleep. It is so important to make sure that you're getting a good night's sleep as we take this approach. When we think about body recomposition, we think kind of long-term investment in the end goal, and the end goal being, I want to be able to change my body composition. I want to be able to drop my body fat percentage, perhaps even increase my muscle mass percentage, right? So the example that I used is I'm 50% body fat. I want to be 30% body fat by the end of this. We approach it this way. I lost my train of thought. Somebody just ran in front of my car. I lost my train of thought. Okay, nonetheless, we are pursuing body recomposition rather than fat loss by investing in the systems that allow our bodies to build something. Those systems include sleep, protein, progressively overloaded resistance training, and a mild calorie deficit. We don't need a deep calorie deficit like the example that I use, where we're cutting 1,500 calories or 1,000 calories per day over the next 4 months. We don't need that, right? We're investing in the long term, the end goal, which is once I reach my goal, once I look the way that I want to look and feel the way that I want to feel, and I'm in the size that I want to be in, that I don't have to worry about regaining the weight that I've lost, because I have practiced, 1, living at this body fat percentage, and 2, I have invested in the muscle mass. And investing in muscle mass allows your body an extra storage unit for those extra calories, okay? The calories that would have become body fat in any other circumstance when you start to eat more now just become muscle glycogen. For example, you eat a cheeseburger yesterday, and instead of that becoming bloat and gas and just overflow of extra body water that turns into body fat later on, this now gets stored in your muscle tissue. Your muscle tissue becomes a storage unit for extra calories. And your muscle tissue, right, along with your liver, your muscle tissue can hold thousands and thousands of calories, right? Whereas without enough muscle tissue, the calories that you consume just kind of spill over and become body fat. You want muscle tissue to become a storage unit, a sponge for extra carbs and extra fat, okay? So all that to say, just a little bit of detail into what body recomposition actually is. It's great for beginners. It's great for people who've been away from the gym for a really long time. And it's also great for intermediates, especially if you're not sure that you've been training hard, or you're not sure that you've been training with good form, right? It can also be great and useful for advanced lifters, people who've been in the gym for a really long time. Maybe you've been working out well, hard, properly for the past 3 or 4 years. It's also great for advanced lifters when we change your macronutrient profile to focus even more so on consuming more protein. So say, for example, maybe as an advanced, you've been eating 120 grams of protein, but you want to recomposition, right? You want more muscle, less body fat at your current weight. Maybe instead of 125 grams of protein, maybe we try to focus on getting 190 grams of protein. So now we're kind of doubling down on this protein attempt, giving your body what it needs to really, really, kind of increase the amount of protein, the amount of muscle mass that you have. So I hope this explanation was helpful for you. If you have any questions about body recomposition, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm going to go inside. The sun is getting hot. I'm going to go inside and get to work, and I'll talk to you soon.